fun. And now, please welcome the host of Card Sharks, Lee.
Thank you, Lee, for the intro. A very nice job. Yes, this is something we haven't seen in a while. It's BigJon's Card Sharks. We haven't had this in a while because of some issues that went on behind the scenes with our current champion, which I won't get into on the air. But I will say that Angie is our current champion with $18,200, and she will be going head-to-head against Alex Houle, who is a newcomer to my Card Sharks matches. And of course, Leaf and Justin are also spectators. Angie, Alex, I wish both of you the best of luck. So you guys know how this works. Whoever wins 2 out of 3 gets to play the money cards. And of course, if any of you are lucky enough to win 5 matches in a row, you drive out of the studio in a brand new car. So here we go. I've got 4 questions in my hand, and I'm going to ask the first one right now to kick off round 1. And as you know, the champion always gets the first question. Angie, that's you. And this first one is trivia based. What percentage of American households had cable television as of May 1999?
I'm thinking maybe, probably 65.
65, you said? 65?
Yeah.
Alright. Want to make sure you heard that correctly. Alex, do you think it's higher or lower than 65?
I'm gonna say lower.
Alex says it is lower. The actual percentage of Americans that have had households that have cable is 68. It was not lower. It was a little bit higher. And Angie, you were so close to getting it exactly right. But nonetheless, Angie, you do get control first, and your base card is a 10.
Lower.
Alright, she wants to go lower on the 10. It's a 7. Freezing on the 7, not giving Alex a chance at his cards. Alex, the next question is for you. We surveyed 100 mother-in-laws. We asked them if they would tell their son about their daughter's affair. How many of them said that they would tell their son about their daughter's affair?
Oh boy. I think that would be kind of like close to in the middle, I believe. I'll say about 47.
Alright, Alex says 47. Angie, do you think it's higher or lower?
Higher.
Angie says it's higher than 47, and our actual number is 30. Not higher, it's lower. So, Alex, your base card is a very good one, a king.
I'll keep it, and I'll go lower.
Lower than a king, it's a jack.
I'll go lower.
Lower than a jack. Oh no, it's a king.
Oh no.
And Angie, you have to play off the 7 since you did not win the question.
I'm gonna go higher.
Higher than a 7, it's a 10. Freezing on the 10, and Angie, the next question goes to you. We surveyed 100 people in the TV audience. We asked them if they've been a contestant on a game show. How many of them said that they have been a contestant on a game show?
Oh, perfect. Well, I'm probably gonna go 50 up the middle.
Angie says it's 50. Alex, you think it's higher or lower?
Oh, it's higher.
Going higher, and the actual number of them is 5. It's way lower. Yeah, I'm surprised myself. Alex, you still have that king as your base card. Lower than a king. Oh, wait a minute. It was Angie that was in control. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. Angie, were you going to go lower anyway?
Yeah.
Alright, well, in any case, Angie, it was a 10, so your base card was a 10, and I went lower, and it was a 10. Now, you did say you were going to go lower regardless, so I guess I'm okay there. Yeah, I do apologize, folks. I thought Alex had control. But Alex, now you get to play your card.
Okay.
Lower than a king, you said, right?
Yes, I said lower.
Alright. It's a queen.
Lower.
Lower than a queen, a 10.
Lower.
Taking a chance, going lower than a 10. No, it was an ace.
Oh.
Fourth and final question. Someone has to win on the play of the cards. Alex, we surveyed 100 women gambling in Las Vegas. We asked them if they've gambled before eating breakfast. How many of them said that they have gambled before eating breakfast?
Oh, boy. Well, I think this one is going to be like a high number. I think I'm going to say 75.
75. Angie, higher or lower than 75?
I think a little lower.
Lower than 75. Actual number is 23. So it is lower. Angie, you have a 10. Now you can change it if you want since you won the question. That's if you decide to play it. You can also pass to Alex. Hope that he screws up. If he does, then you win the round. Now, Angie, you have a bit of an advantage here because you have 2 cards to turn over. Alex has 4 to turn over. What do you want to do?
I'm going to turn over a card.
Okay, so you're going to play it?
Yep.
Okay, now, about the 10. Do you want to keep it or do you want to change it?
I think I want to change it. It's a little too high.
Alright, well then that 10 becomes a king. That's a very good change.
Wow. I'm going to go lower.
Lower than a king. Oh, it's an ace. And Alex, you win game 1.
Alright.
So Alex, you're 1 win away from going on to the money cards. Angie, this is make or break for you. And Angie, the first question for round 2 goes to you. We surveyed 100 psychiatrists. We asked them if men fall out of love more easily than women. How many of them said that men fall out of love more easily than women?
Okay, I'm going to go with 30.
Angie says 30. Alex, you think it's higher or lower than 30?
I say higher.
Alex says it's higher, and the actual number is 71. It is higher. And Alex, your base card's a 10.
Change it.
Getting rid of that 10, it is now a 5. That's a little bit, well, that's somewhat better.
A little bit. I'll go higher.
Higher than a 5. Oh no, a 4. And Angie, you have a jack.
I'm going to go higher.
Saying higher than the jack, and it's a 4. Alex, next one's for you. And this is a trivia question. How many different countries in the world manufacture automobiles?
I say about 10.
Alex says it's 10. Angie, do you think it's higher or lower than 10?
I'm going to go a little lower.
Oh, Angie thinks it's lower than 10. Actual number is 26. It's higher. And Alex, you have a 5 as your base card.
I'll change it.
Changing that 5. A 10.
Lower.
Lower than a 10, it's a 4.
Higher.
Higher than a 4, a 10.
Freeze.
Freezing on that 10. And Alex, you're 2 questions away from becoming the new champion. Angie, next one's for you. We surveyed 100 millionaires. We asked them if they've been turned down for a credit card. How many of them said that they have been turned down for a credit card?
I'm going to go up the middle and say 50.
You just love that middle number, don't you, Angie?
Yes.
Somehow I'm not surprised. Alex, do you think it's higher or lower than 50?
I say it's a little bit higher.
Alex thinks it's higher. The actual number is 6. It's way lower.
Wow.
And Angie, you have a jack. Lower than a jack, a 10.
Freeze.
Freezing on the 10, we go to sudden death. Someone has to win on this next play of the cards. Alex, last question of this round goes to you. We surveyed 112-year-old boys. We asked them if they let a woman doctor examine him. How many of them said that they would let a woman doctor examine him?
Well, I think that's going to be a high number, I believe. I would say 60.
Alex says it's 60. Angie, do you think it's higher or lower than 60?
Lower.
Lower. Actual number is 52. It's lower. Now, Angie, here's the situation. You have a 10 as your base card. Same scenario as before. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna go, let's see.
Remember, you can change the 10 since you did win the question.
Okay, I'm gonna change it.
Alright, and the 10 is now an ace. A great change.
I'm gonna go lower than an 8.
Can't lose with an ace, and it's an 8. Oh boy.
Okay, I'm gonna go lower.
Lower. Okay, now Angie, if this is an 8 or anything higher than that, Alex becomes the champ. So good luck to you. Lower than an 8, it's a 7.
Okay.
Call this last one correctly, you tie up the match, we go to sudden death.
Alright. Thanks, Leaf. Let's see. So, it's a 7, right?
Yeah, 7.
Okay. I'm gonna go, dang, that's so tough.
I know.
Well, if you'd ask me, I'd try higher, but that's just my suggestion.
The audience can help you, Angie.
Thanks.
No, I would go lower. But you don't have to trust me if you don't want to.
So Angie, what do you say?
I'm thinking about going with Leaf's suggestion and going lower.
Alright, if it's lower than a 7, you tie up the match. It's a 5 tie game. Alright, so now we're going to go to sudden death. We play 3 cards each, 3 questions this round, and Angie, the first question is for you. We surveyed 100 New York City Motorcycle Club members. We asked them if they'd be willing to live in a house in the suburbs with a loving wife and children. How many of them said that they'd be willing to live in a house in the suburbs with a loving wife and children?
50.
Again with that middle number. Alex, higher or lower than 50?
I say lower.
Alex says it's lower. Actual number is 46. It's a tad lower. And Alex, your base card is a 6.
Change it.
Okay, the 6 is now an 8. Oh boy.
I'll go lower.
Lower than an 8. A 7.
I'm gonna freeze.
Freezing on that 7, not giving Angie a chance at the cards. And the game's picking up a number between 0 and 100. So, Alex, just take a random guess.
Okay, I'll take a guess. 28.
Angie, higher or lower than 28?
Higher.
Actual number is 86. And Angie, your base card's a 5.
Higher than a 5. Higher.
It's another 5. Alex, you have to play off the 7.
I'll go higher.
If it's higher, you're the new champ. It's a 4. Angie, next one's for you. We surveyed 100 bachelors. We asked them if they'd marry a woman who lived with a man in wedlock. How many of them said that they'd marry women who lived with a man in wedlock? What? You said to get changed at 6. I'm almost done. Okay. Angie, I'll repeat the question for you. We surveyed 100 bachelors. We asked them if they'd marry women who lived with a man in wedlock. How many of them said that they would?
30.
Alex, you think it's higher or lower than 30?
I'd say a little bit higher.
Okay, and the actual number is 78. And Alex, you did win the question, so you can change the 7.
I'll change it.
Alright, let's see what happens. The 7 is now an ace!
Lower!
Lower than an ace? Alex, you're the new champ! So, Angie, you leave us with a total of $18,300, and we'll have you back for another episode. Alex, let's get to the money cards. So now we're at the money cards with Alex Houle for the first time. And Alex, you know how this works. So here's $200 in betting money. Best of luck to you. Your base card is a free.
Right? All of it higher.
Everything higher than a free. An ace.
All of it lower.
All of it lower than an ace. An 8. Now you can change one card per line.
I'll change it.
With 1, 2, or 3.
Number 3.
Number 3, alright. And your 8 is now a queen.
Oh. All of it lower.
Everything lower than a queen, a 5. So you've cleared the row. We'll move you up to the next row. You're up to, and we'll give you another $400. You're at $2,000, and you have a 5.
I'll go 500 higher.
Okay, 500 higher than a 5. A jack. You have 2,500.
Okay. I'll go $1,000 lower.
Okay, going $1,000 lower than a jack. It's an 8. You have 3,500. You still have 2 spare cards left if you want to use one of them.
Change it.
With 1 or 2.
Number 1.
Alright. That 8 is now a queen.
Ah. Oh, what the heck. All of it lower.
Everything lower than a queen, it's a bonus chance. You have 2 shots at the jackpot. You want to keep that same bet?
Yes, please.
Very well.
No.
Oh no, it's a king.
Oh, no.
Oh, Alex, I am so sorry. But you can redeem yourself by winning a jackpot. And Alex, I will tell you that that jackpot is worth $20,000. You have 2 chances to find it.
Alright.
Where do you want to put your 2 bonus chance cards?
Number 2.
Alright, and the other one? Oh, first we're going to see if it's behind number 2. No, it's not there. You have 1 more.
Number 5.
No, it was behind number 7.
I was gonna pick 7.
Oh, well, Alex, that means your 1 game total's a measly $200. But you do get to come back as the returning champion on our next show, and we'll see you for that. So long, everyone.